And happy Super Bowl Sunday to you. We are coming live on Riverside and all of your podcasting platforms here. It is Super Bowl Sunday. Welcome back to the CSS Cincy Sports Scene podcast. I am Dave. The gentleman in the middle is Sam, and the gentleman on your left, my right, is Charlie. And we are going to draft the best Bengals players that never made a Super Bowl. And we'll see if they could compete with teams today.
I'm going to go left tackle, Anthony Munoz.
No, he played in the Super Bowl.
So it's only that didn't play in the Super Bowl?
What are you talking about?
Yes, we did not play.
You cannot have played as the whole. Yeah, you cannot have played in the Super Bowl.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that changes a lot of things then.
That does.
I missed that part of the memo. All right, that didn't play in the Super Bowl.
Correct. Go to Pro Football Reference and you can go to the lineups and just.
Yeah, I will go. Let's see. That changes things, especially at quarterback. Holy cow! You know what? We'll go running back. We'll take Corey Dillon.
Okay, so Corey Dillon is running back 1. So basically, for those of you that are listening out there, we'll be putting this up on YouTube as well. But we have our offensive will be quarterback, 1 running back, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and then they have 5 offensive linemen. And then the defense, we got 2 DEs, 2 defensive tackles, or nose tackles, however you want to rank those. 2 linebackers, 3 cornerbacks, 2 safeties. So that's the draft, and then a punter, kicker, and head coach. So, Crowley, where are we going next?
I'll go to quarterback. Kind of came down to 3 for me. Palmer, Blake, Dalton. I'm going Carson Palmer. I think he's the best.
Yep, I agree there. All right, I'm going to go wide receiver. Lots to choose from here.
Yeah, there were.
I think I'm going to go with, obviously, you got to go with Chad. He's wide receiver 1. And this Hillman Carson. Sam, where are we going next?
I'm going to go wide receiver 2. I'm going to take AJ Green.
Sounds good. Crowley?
Marking some things real quick here. So we've had Chad and Green, right?
AJ, yep.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to leave that position. I'm going to go to a different one. I'm going to go to tackle, and I think maybe the best, beside Corey Dillon, maybe the best guy on the board and across any positions is Willie Anderson.
Okay. Right tackle?
Either tackle for him.
Okay, so, well, yeah, he's right. Now I've got a question, because if they left the Bengals, because Corey Dillon left the Bengals and played in the Super Bowl, so we can.
Yeah, but not for the Bengals.
Okay. Right. So I'll go left tackle then, Andrew Whitworth.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll go. So we got our tackles, our bookend tackles. All right, Sam.
I think as much as I don't necessarily want to take this guy because of how it ended, I think defensive end, I'm going to take Carlos Dunlap.
Ooh.
I mean, he's up there, all-time leader in sacks.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't have him, but that's
yeah,
all right.
I did. He was my number 1 DN as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Another one who I'm going to go defensive tackle. This is an easy one. Geno Atkins.
Yep, that's perfect. I think we're going to go offensive line. I think I'm going to go guard, and I'm going to go Eric Steinbach, right guard. Back to you, Sam.
Let's see here. I guess we'll go, we'll put him at left guard. I don't know if he played left guard when he was with us, but we'll go with Zeitler. Kevin Zeitler.
Left guard, yep. He was. Crowley?
Still out there playing, old Zeitler.
Yep.
Let's finish the offensive line. I'm going to go Richie Bram for the center. He played 13 years for the Bengals.
I was going to say, instead of Dave Remington.
Yeah, Remington only played 4 or something.
Yes, but the award is named after Remington.
In college, he wasn't that good. He wasn't that great at it. Richie Bram was way better in the NFL.
All right, so my turn. I'm going to go. Let's just go finish off. We've got 2 more. We got a wide receiver and tight end. I'm going to go tight end 1. And I'm going to go Bob Trumpy, probably. Sam, we've got a wide receiver 3 yet, or defense?
Defense, yeah. We'll go with the other defensive tackle / nose tackle, and we'll take Tim Krumrie.
He played in Super Bowl.
In 88.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Broke his ankle.
That's right.
He didn't play long, but he did play in the Super Bowl.
That's right. I keep forgetting about that stupid Super Bowl thing. So, I'm looking at reference, it doesn't necessarily say Super Bowl right next to them. It just has their years. So then I got to.
Right.
All right.
Oh, 82, 81, 82, 89.
Yeah.
2021, 22, whatever it was.
Really changes things on defense. And now my damn thing froze, so that's great. Let's see here. We'll go with corner, and we'll take Leon Hall as one of our corners.
Oh, okay. Ooh, Shadow's barking.
Okay. I'm up, right?
Yep, you are up.
And how many corners? We get 3 corners?
We get 3 corners.
Okay.
So
I'll take another one. I'll take Lamar Parrish.
Lamar Parrish, that's good. I had him on my list as well. Okay, I think I'll go with the other defensive tackle. I'm going to go with Mike Reed back early and gave it up for country. This way, if we make the Super Bowl with this roster and they don't have a halftime performance, he can go out there and perform for people. Versatility is my key, but Mike Reed is mine. Defensive tackle. All right, Sam.
Corner. Who did Crawley take?
Took Lamar Parrish.
Lamar Parrish.
So we got a cornerback yet on the board, both linebackers,
both safeties,
and another defensive end, and both safeties.
Both safeties,
and a receiver.
And a receiver still, yeah.
I will take. I'll take Reggie Nelson as one of my safeties.
Good choice.
Okay. I'm going to go to linebacker. One of my favorite Bengals, Takeo Spikes. Got an awesome name too.
Yes, he was good. Very good. I'll finish out the wide receiver, the offense, and we've got could have 3 divas on there, but I think we might need a little possession guy who can, get 2 yards and then go. Sort of. I'm going to go with Peter Warwick. I think.
Really?
Peter.
Wow. He wasn't even on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put Peter on.
I looked at stats. They really weren't. They were not. They were worse than I thought they were. Like 500-600 yards a season was his max.
But when you got Chad and AJ, you need somebody to,
Well, I thought you were going to go with the other guy who's even more of a diva, but was way, way better. Was
Carl Pickens. I had him, but I was
he's
like,
a
I can't have all
scumbag. Yeah. But that's why I avoided the receiver position, because Carl Pickens to me was the next choice, and I didn't want to choose him.
Well, that or Billy Brooks. I thought about Billy Brooks as well, but.
Okay.
Jordan Shipley.
I need to add it. I need to type his name on my list because I don't have him on there. Peter Warwick. Okay.
Yeah. Peter Warwick. That's who I went with.
Okay.
Punt returner. You can double as punt returner. Need versatility, right? All right, Sam, where are we going?
All right,
offense is taken care of.
Offense. So defense, what do we have left here?
So we got a defensive end.
You got everything but D tackle you can still pick.
Okay. It's everything but D-tack. Just looking at the stats here, second all-time career leader in tackles is still on the board, linebacker Brian Simmons. So I think just from a numbers perspective, we'll stay away from the loose cannon of Vontaze Burfict, and we'll go with Brian Simmons.
I didn't even put him on my list. I did.
I had him.
I had him on. But
we'll go stats over, knuckleheadness, I guess.
He also he got in the way of them getting to a Super Bowl, so. He's like the anti-Super Bowl player.
Well, he did get him there at first. And then if what's-his-face doesn't fumble, he doesn't have the opportunity to mess it up.
I think something still would have happened.
Well, I wouldn't put it past him.
Well, interesting thing, if I remember right, I could be wrong on this, but we picked Simmons and Spikes. I think they were drafted this. They were
Yeah.
98 it looks like, yeah.
Yep. All right.
That's me now, right?
Next. Yep.
I'll go the other safety. And I never saw this guy, but I just based it on stats and Pro Bowls and stuff. Tommy Casanova for my other safety.
Tommy Casanova. That's who I had as well. Okay. So now we're getting into the nitty gritty. So we still have another cornerback, kicker, punter, and head coach.
DN.
And DN.
Yeah. All right. So, man, I think since we're trying to win the Super Bowl, that means I might have to leave Alonzo Mitz off our roster and go.
I don't even know who that even is. Never heard of him.
I'm going to go with Coy Bacon. I'm going to go back in the day. We'll get Coy Bacon. He was disgruntled here and left after some.
He was here for 2 years, it looks like.
2 years, yeah. But he was
27 sacks in 2 years is not bad.
No, exactly.
I didn't know what his story was, why he was only here for 2 years. So.
Yeah, because he wanted more money, and the Browns, Paul.
No way. They wouldn't give him more money when he wanted it.
Wouldn't give him more money.
I can't believe it. That was only 50 years ago, and we're still talking about the same nonsense.
Right.
That tells you something.
That tells you something. Exactly. All right. Where we're going next, Sam?
So you're down to the only position player, regular position is cornerback.
Yeah.
You got kicker, punter, head coach.
So corners we did Hall and Parrish, right?
Yep. So
I mean, just looking at basing this off of stats, because going this far back, my memory isn't great. But I'm going to go Torrey James, just because he's 7th all time in interceptions for us. So we'll take him as our other corner.
That's some good corners on the board.
Yeah, but like I said, I just going that far back. When
he was on my list, I had a couple other guys.
Yeah, I had
I mean, who else were you? I mean, I wasn't going to take Pac-Man, like the whole idea.
I had Deltha O'Neal on there.
Deltha O'Neal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Will Jackson III. Artrell Hawkins.
No, Will Jackson III.
Artrell Hawkins.
What?
We're not trying to make the worst team. He was terrible.
Cover the slot guy.
Next, you're going to say Rod Jones, burnt toast to Rod Jones.
Hey, Drake Kirkpatrick wasn't on my list either, so
Well, hey, at least he played on 5 playoff teams. At least
Eli Apple.
He played in the Super Bowl. He played.
I know, exactly. All right, Crawley.
Okay.
Is it you?
Yep, me.
Kicker, punter.
I'm gonna go. I'll go punter and go Lee Johnson.
Lee played in Super Bowl '89.
Was he? You sure?
I'm pretty sure. He was Super Bowl punter.
Yeah, because
the top three punters all played in the Super Bowl: Huber, Johnson, and McAnally.
Okay, I believe you. I thought I had looked at that, and he wasn't the punter that year. Okay,
who'd you say?
Lee Johnson.
Lee Johnson.
Yeah, I don't have their just years up, so I was looking at
it. He played for the Bengals.
He was 80.
88 was his first year.
Yeah.
Okay.
88 to 98. Okay.
Well, then I'm not picking punter then because he's the only punter, a decent punter that I thought was available. So I'll let one of you guys pick the punter.
It's coming back to you. You got the punter.
No, it's not because there's only 3 spots left.
Okay. So where are you going, coach or kicker?
I'll go kicker then. I'll go Golden Graham.
Fat Randy?
No, it's not gonna be fat. He wasn't even on my board. So I'll go Shane Graham.
Shane Graham.
Chris Barr? No Chris Barr. All right. Man.
You're probably gonna stick me with the punter, I guess.
No, I'll go punter.
You'll go punter.
I had him on the list. Yeah, I was reaching.
Because he actually, he's 47
boot the ball
yards. Yeah, so he's like 3rd right now.
I had Dave Lewis was the only other one, never even heard of him, he's like top 5 in their punting or whatever.
Yeah,
for the Bengals punting.
You also have Kyle Larson. Remember Kyle Larson from 2004, 2008?
I do not. I saw his name.
What about Brad Costello?
Yeah,
Brad
Robbins.
He punted for 3 games for us, but he's got the all-time average as of right now. So
does he really?
Yeah, in his 3 games.
I have him at 38.7 yards.
Who? This says 49.5.
5. Where are you looking at?
It says what?
Well, we're not picking
yards per punt. It says yards per punt.
So.
Oh, are you looking at net?
I'm looking at I'm not looking at net. I'm looking at yards per punt on career leaders off of Pro Football, and Brad Costello was 16, 38.7.
I'm on Pro Football, and it says 49.
I never heard of him either, so.
I don't even have a 49.5 on here.
Okay, let's go with head coach. Whoever head coach is.
Well, head coach,
I can have the whole podcast talk about some guy no one's ever heard of. So.
I mean, since we can't take any of the Super Bowl guys.
This one was easy.
Yeah,
this was actually my easiest one of probably.
It is. Nobody's gonna like the name we say here, but it is. It's Marvin. It's Marvin.
No,
it's not.
No, Paul Brown.
No,
Paul Brown.
Paul Brown. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if you got Paul Brown as the head coach, he can't own the team, right? I mean, but you don't.
But you went Marvin. If you went Marvin, I mean, you. That's
Yeah, I mean, I was
went
thinking Marvin. I
You
mean,
went Marvin.
8 playoff appearances. He never won them, but
No.
Yeah, that was actually I thought easy. I was going to go Paul Brown there, but yeah, we're
going
going
Paul
Marvin.
Brown. And my other one that I had, the funny one, I had Homer Rice. So yeah. But let's go ahead and recap that real quick. Crawley, you want to run us down?
Okay.
Offense to defense.
Yep. So quarterback is Carson Palmer, running back Corey Dillon, wide receiver AJ Green, Chad Johnson, and Peter Work. Tight end is Bob Trumpy. Tackles were Andrew Whitworth and Willie Anderson. The guards were Kevin Zeitler and Eric Steinbach. Center, Rich Bram. DNs are Carlos Dunlap and Coy Bacon. D tackles, Geno Atkins and Mike Reed. Linebackers, Brian Simmons and K.O. Spikes. Cornerbacks, Lamar Parrish, Leon Hall, and Torrey James. Safeties, Reggie Nelson and Tommy Casanova. Kicker, Shane Graham. Punter, Ryan Rico. And the head coach of this fine team, Marvin Lewis.
That has 11-6 written all over it right there.
Here's
wild card.
Here's a question for you, especially
right.
Wolf, you, because with you having looked through all this too. Of all the positions, not the coach and stuff, but the actual positions, what did you think was the weakest overall for the Bengals history? What is their weakest position? I had a clear number one as I was looking through all these old names and stuff. The worst position in Bengals history.
Maybe. Well, I don't know.
fullback.
Wasn't a position that we did. No, then you'd have Larry Kinnebrew and you'd have Charles Alexander. You got some real players actually there.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's a good one. Who'd you have?
I had DN.
Yeah, that
I think
probably,
DN is terrible.
Yeah,
I mean, even the Super Bowl teams. I mean, Eddie Edwards, Ross Browner are your DNs. I mean, they name the 89 DNs. Jim Scow. Right, exactly.
Wasn't there
Jason Buck and Jim Scow.
Jason Buck.
Yeah. Again.
That sounds like two guys taking you on a hunting expedition.
Right. Or MMA guys or something. I mean, they're just two nobodies.
I did have Justin Smith on my list.
I did too, but he wasn't all that good here. He was actually a big old disappointment.
But he was better when he got out of here. Huh.
Right. I had Michael Johnson, Robert Gethers on my list for DNs, and they would be like the 20th best DNs on a lot of teams.
Yes,
those guys.
Yes.
So it was either that or guard. Guard was the other one that I struggled with.
We had some good guards though. I mean, if you really look at it, I mean,
I guess for Super Bowl teams, counting those. But once you got past those, I mean, Steinbach and Zeitler are okay.
Yeah, but they were good. I mean, they were. I would take them back.
Well, sure.
Take Steinbach as he is right now. He didn't
I would
even
take
have
Bobby
to be...
Williams back right now, and he was terrible.
I thought you were going to say Bobby Hart. I was like, whoa.
Levi Jones?
I might take Bobby Hart.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, Bobby. Yeah. All right. So that wraps up our show.
Levi Jones is a tackle.
Yeah. But we could slide him down into guard. They do that all the time. All right. So if you like what we did, go ahead and give us a like, subscribe to that button. If you think you can come up with a better team that has never been on the Super Bowl, go ahead and submit your picks for us and we'll review them and maybe we'll pick out the best one to compete against us in a fantasy game or something like that. But next week, good show. Well, we're going to be off next week. I am moving my daughter back from Colorado to the great state of Ohio. And so it'll be in 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, our episode we're going to revisit the Mount Rushmores. The last time we did it, we did the division opponents of the Reds and the Bengals. But this time we are going to do an East Coast versus West Coast